Did I just get nailed with a rock? I did. This dude right here. Stop hitting my horse with a rock! Look at his blood! I got 14 arrows left. This is... Nice block, nerd. One more. I can't wait until I get like a good bow and good arrows. Nice, you gotta get headshots, that's all it takes. Ooh. We got some new victory music? Well, first battle victory. It may be a little sloppy, but it gets the job done. I'm glad they didn't hit me with any spears. One whole prisoner. I like that my single Goth Drogo is capable of maintaining 10 prisoners. That's impressive. That means he's pretty tough, you know? That's a pretty tough dude. Also, this is too much for me to hold. That's embarrassing. I'm already over capacity. I guess I could just put this... I could... Okay, I guess you can keep those. I'll keep the food. But how much food could I buy with just these swords? That's the real question. I could probably sell... I could probably get rid of one food and just sell these and buy more food. Looks good. Alright, one person said that the fight looks good with the new encoding settings. Hopefully it looks good for everybody. I made... Do I have a frame capper already on? I think I do. I have this capped at 60, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, first battle success. We gotta talk to a noble. Probably picked up like 1 renown for that win, if that. We're heading towards Khuzait territories. Goth Drogo gained a level. Congratulations, my boy. You've got another focus point to use. I would say our shooting is going to be the most important to our success. So let's go ahead and just pump up to ×11 learning rate so that we don't have to struggle. Perform difficult shots at long distance. Shoot enemy with bow and arrows. That's how to learn. And this increases your max usable bow difficulty, how much damage the bow does, and how much accuracy it has. So the faster we get that up, the better we're going to be overall. We're going to be doing stewardship eventually. We're going to be doing riding more eventually. Ooh, 5 looter boys. We could probably take 5 loot boys. Dude, these 1v5s at the very beginning, it feels good to be like... I don't know, I enjoy starting new games in Mount & Blade because it's like... I can breathe. I have so little to care for. Just myself, a little bit of grain to feed me, my trusty steed. You know, it's me against the world. We get to go to new areas. We get to... I'm doing horse archery, which is like just a new way for me to play. I get to recruit new unit types I've never seen before. Check out different castles and towns and cities. Wow, this game looks so nice. I can only run this with everything on low. Well, they've been improving it. I've definitely noticed when we read the patch notes earlier, they've been improving the various, what do you call it, optimizations and GPU leaks for VRAM and stuff that they had. Ooh. That was a nice first shot. Too bad the other ones all whiffed. Even if I have to hit him in the knees. I'm such like a dick. I just ride around where these loot boys can't catch me. Oh, face shot. All right, don't let him kill you with rocks. That would be so embarrassing. By the way, if you're new to Mountain Blade and you want to do archery like this, here's a tip. Whenever you left click to queue up a shot, notice how the reticule starts gaining size. All right, you don't want to shoot like this. So if you right click, you cancel your shot, he queues it up again, and you get the most narrow, accurate shot because he'll kind of reset and restart. So if you hold right click, I can keep it down while holding, and then let go of right click while holding left, and then bam, he's ready for another shot. Even if I whiff, it's still more accurate. All right, I've toyed with you long enough, you nerds. You're about to actually kill my horse. All right, you're about to kill my horse with rocks. I wasn't aiming for that guy. All right, another one down, and another one down, and another one down. That was as far left as you could possibly whiff. In the throat. I have toyed with you long enough. Completely different ability to defeat looters with a horse archer, because you can just stay out of harm's way. I am playing on all realistic difficulties, so even loot boys, if they bring out their sword, can mess me up. And indeed, I have been messed up by them as Mangus. So it's kind of cool to be able to just kind of hover around them and just kite them, basically, while putting them down. Obviously, that's not going to work as well when we start fighting people with shields, but the hope is that we're going to have some help along the way once we get far enough over here to recruit. We're kind of gathering up some items. We are nearly where we want to be. We're very close. Don't want to fight 11. 11's a beat high. Ooh, okay. Let's not fast forward to our death. And take the long way if we need to. That was very close. Are they still here? Where'd they go? Where did that squad go? There they are. They're kind of running ahead of us. Man, it feels good to be back in Bannerlord. I just really like the overworld map a lot now. It's fun to just exist on, and it feels like it's running pretty smoothly. I'm gonna move over a little bit. I'm blocking my money. It's nice to be a horse archer. Wait, this gives me an idea. I like that it's not Genghis Khan. You wrote Genghis. Genghis Khan. But yeah, Bannerlord just feels good to exist in. I really enjoy riding a horse in Bannerlord. They made it a little bit loose, where the double tapping S to kind of come to an abrupt halt, or swinging like hard left or right kind of carries your momentum. And I enjoy the horse combat a lot more than Warband. They did a good job with that. Well, we've made it. We are now in Khuzait territory. The lands around Garradin, owned mostly by Tazler, a beg of the Khuzaits. So we gotta learn some new terms. The village is going through hard times. Farm tools are rusty and broken. Brush and weeds are reclaiming the outermost fields. Well, let us see what we got. So say hello to our new standard recruit, the Nomad. You can double tap to stop? You can, Zizio. Double tap to stop, and double tap W to have an abrupt start as well, from a complete stop. And there's additional advanced commands. We learned how to strafe left and right on horse. It's very slow. I forget what the exact hotkey is, but we did that last time. It wasn't very useful for me, but it might be useful to you. So the Nomads, right? We're going to be taking our Nomads, instantly putting them as tribal warriors, and just making... this is a pretty default thing we're doing, but it's still going to be very fun. Default doesn't mean you can't have fun. I've never done this before. In the history of Warband, Chad, I've got hundreds of hours combined. We got 50 hours in Bannerlord, and we got, how many hours in Warband? Let me see. And I have not once ever 200 hours in Warband and 50 hours here made horse archers. 0 times. So this is totally new gameplay for me, and it's very exciting, especially to do it in the new game. We have some other options, though. These guys look awesome. I love the way these dudes look. Their masks are great. I think I'm really going to enjoy the Khuzaits. They got some Lance Boys, if I want to do that. We could just make tribal warriors with a squad of horse archers and then a squad of heavy lancers and try to micro both. We could make just a line of foot soldiers. These guys got some throw weapons. And they got more than just that. That's their standard line. I'm curious what their noble line looks like. What is their noble line even called? Here we've got nomads, Kara Khuzait riders, and Kara Khuzait elders. Is that the noble line? Noble's son. Khan's guard is the top one. Am I not? Oh, here it is. Khuzait Khan's guard. Okay, so noble son. Noble son turn. Okay, so they have elite horse archers as well. Excellent. So that's just going to complement. I like this because it's going to allow us. Let me see what their stats are. 280 bow, 220 riding. Wow. This is going to allow me to make the horse archers that I want by default and still augment them with the noble line. Whereas before with Britannia, we were kind of bouncing around exclusively looking for the Britannian Fion line. And that was hurting us. So I can still make progress with the standard line, and when I do find the noble line, I can augment. So that sounds good. That's it's gonna be a nice change of pace instead of hopelessly wandering around exclusively looking. By the way, these guys are 20 instead of 10. Have they always been 20? I didn't understand any of that. Basically, Annexes, there's two lines of troops. We got the standard, which is the nomad, and their tree branches all the way down to these four. And then there is a different noble line of troop upgrades. There's a different noble line for every faction. For the Khuzaits, their first one is called the Noble Son. So at some of these towns and villages, we'll be able to recruit a noble son instead. And these guys only upgrade in this linear path, but they get to become this elite Khan's Guard troop. Now, because they're nobles, and it's a specialty line, they're considered rare. So we'll still be able to find some of these guys, but by and large, we're going to be recruiting the other one the majority of the time. So even though the default one may not be as high statted, for example, this heavy horse archer's bow skill's 130, okay? By comparison, the noble line is, what'd I say, 280? So a world apart. So when we do find those, we're going to recruit them. But what I was saying was when we were playing the last guy, Mengus, I really only wanted the Britannian archers, and unfortunately for me, the Britannian archers are kind of locked behind the noble line. So it was really difficult for me to get archers. So comparatively, this time I can still do what I want, which is horse archers, but instead of exclusively looking for the elite nobles, I can still recruit the basic guys, and then when I do find the nobles, it's like a cool bonus. Hopefully that makes sense to the rest of you as well. Did I even recruit them? I didn't click confirm. There we go. And now we have our first 2 warriors. Out of 10, I think I can command right now or something. 20 maybe. Extortion by deserters at Garetin. This is not a quest that you want to take on when you only have 1 dude and 2 recruits. This quest is a pretty big battle, if I remember correctly. And probably not winnable. But we can go take a walk around the lands. Yeah, I was working on getting leadership leveled up Narfwak as Mingus. And it was actually going pretty well, but I think the best way to level leadership is to actually have a kingdom. So completing the main story quest would be ideal. Wow, this is a world apart from Britannia, huh? The big flatlands here. You can see a little campfires in the distance. The corrals for the horses. Very dark, but very wide open. Looks like a fun place to have a battle. No, I didn't grow tired of Mingus. We had a big crash bug where I got campaign locked last time. And since that was about 8 days ago, and also because I didn't want to chance still having the crash bugs in a potentially corrupted save, and also because there's been 8 days of patches and I'm on the beta branch now, I wanted to start over and kind of have new beginnings, try some new gameplay, try some new areas like this, fresh maps, fresh units, fresh weapons that we're playing with, kind of have everything start over. Look at those tents. I think they're called yurts. Yeah, these actually do look not dissimilar from our roleplay as Goth Drogo, where they might have lived in the Kalazar. Very nice. Fresh meat. Yeah, fresh meat as well. So if I was gonna buy products, they got what, 1,000 coin? Why don't we go ahead and sell? The loot that we have been looting. The thing is, I gotta be careful because I know we've got starter gear, so I actually need to compare and contrast some of the things that we've got going on here. So we can hold up to 70 capacity. Once we get some horses and some more dudes, that capacity is gonna shoot way up. And it's gonna slow us down by a lot if we go above that. So I think 5 grain is enough for 30 days of food. I think that's plenty. The more people we recruit, the more people we need to feed. So keep that in mind. But our goal right now is probably to avoid the looters, even because we only have 3 people. And it would be difficult. How fast are they? Not as fast as me. I wonder if the castle will let us. The men on the walls watch you closely. The guards open the gates and allow you inside. Let's take a look at the Khuzait castles. Nobody's home right now. Let's take a walk around. Total change of scenery here. Wow. Perfect time with the sunrise as well. I love the time of day. Yeah, I've never seen any of this. This is all new content to me. But yeah, they did a good job with time of day on the different maps, kind of changing the feel of the maps totally. I might be crazy, but everything feels a little smoother to me than when I played a week ago. It was always getting 60 FPS, but maybe I just haven't played in a while. Dungeon, the Lord's Hall, and they got 2 dungeons out here. Very wide open. This castle seems like it'd be hard to defend, to be honest. So how would this look? They got some pretty high elevated points on this side. To snipe down there. Not a lot of, I guess there's not a lot of defense for the castle, but there's not a lot of defense for the people sieging either. They've only got one little barricade to hide behind. Just kind of curious to see how it looks. Probably one person posted in each of these. Some people on top, perhaps. As they siege the main gates. Look at that beautiful sun. Okay, be careful. I don't want to lose health right at the beginning. By doing some dropping rocks on people's heads. As they break in. Maybe get some hot tar. And dump the oil down there. But yeah, very cool place. Big open courtyard. Yeah, once they break through this primary gate, I think things would be tough. They got 2 gates right here. It would still be tough to fight in this inner courtyard. Actually, let's go look at the Lord's Hall.